Hi again. Now I want to show you the next version of the face vase drawing. So our first one was a simple profile. Now what we're going to do is make a more complex profile. Sometimes I call this the monster profile. All we really need is a more complex line, but sometimes it's more fun to make it about something. So I'm going to create a monster profile on my page. So I'm going to do the same exact process as last time. Excuse me. I'm going to start the line and talk my way through it using symbols such as forehead, eye, etc. So, whoops, I'm going to start by drawing a forehead, but I'm going to make it kind of bumpy like that. And then I'm going to make an eye, but I'm going to make it kind of bulgy eye. And by the way, you should just do your own thing. You don't have to copy me. But just to get me started here, let me pull this forward a little bit. And then I'm going to do kind of a big nose here. And maybe a mouth with some teeth. Grin. So there's my monster profile. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm going to use the same process where I'm going to talk my way through it, but this time using the language of the right side of the brain, which is observational. So again, I start by looking at this distance here. So if I want to, I can measure it. It's about 3 inches. So if I want to be really precise, is that right? 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Want to be really precise, I can measure. And then I'll start the line, and I'm just following this. And sometimes people find it easier to actually run their finger along the line that they're copying. But I get a little lost sometimes when I do that. So, coming up, a little pointy object, a bulge, another pointy object, and then it comes back in, and then it starts to swell out, and I can see I'm almost creating like a heart shape right in here. I'm always comparing one side to the other. One thing I always find when I do this exercise is I find it much more difficult to talk. One of the things about the right side of the brain is it's not the language center. So it's more difficult to talk, at least for me, when I'm in my right brain. If you find your left brain trying to figure it out, that's really normal. That's what the left brain does. Just, let it quiet down. It's used to being in control, and it doesn't really particularly like it when you take the control away. So there we have the result of this more elaborate face vase drawing. The more elaborate you make it, the more you have to pay attention. So it's all about attention, it's all about observation. It's not about creating a beautiful work of art, although you may really like it. So you're going to practice this and several times and make it more complex each time. You don't have to draw a profile. You can simply draw a very complex line, but I find it easier to walk people through it if we actually have something we're drawing. Okay, I'll see you back in the virtual classroom.